welcome to J2EE tutorials. In this tutorials we can discuss with how to create a website with the visitors counter. So the visitor counter is one kind of application which is used to know the number of visitors to our website. So here in this tutorial we can discuss how to create that in a JSP and Servlet application. So first of all we can create one project here. So go for a file and go for a new project. The project should be web application, Java web and web application. Go for next option here. So the name of this web application is we'll go for it counter itself. It counter. Click on next, enable, next, and finish it. So we have created with one web application over here. The name of the web application is supposed to be hit counter. So here the web pages and meta.inf, web.inf and index.jsp file which is presented initially for each web application in NetBeans IDE. So here in this index.jsp application I am going to remove this head-on tag. Instead of that head-on tag I am going for the form tag. Form action equals to, it is supposed to be hit servlet. You can go for hit servlet and I'll close this form, close the form. And here I can go for input type equals to submit and value equals to save this and I can go for one more h4 tag. Web page with the visitors count. Alright, I was created with the index.jsp application over here. So this index.jsp application is having an information web pages with the visitors count, and it was having an submit button as well. And when the submit button has been clicked, so an action will be generated. That action is supposed to be hit servlet, means it takes me to the hit servlet application. So this hit servlet is a Java servlet application which we need to create right now. So here to create Java servlet application, go for web pages and right click on web page and go for new and servlet. So here the name of the servlet is hit servlet. So go for next and add information to the deployment descriptors, which is called a web.xml file. Alright, so it was created with hit servlet application. And here in this application I'll delete all the comments which was created by default by the NetBeans. Use catch for this one, catch exception E. Alright, so in this hit servlet application we are created with do get, do post and get servlet info and process request methods. So this process request method has been called from do get and do post method both by passing the request and response objects to it. And here in this one we need to pass one more method here. That method is called public void init method. So in init method, so we need to initialize an variable that's called count. So I can go for one variable here, int count, and that count is equals to 0. And the next thing is here in this process request, what I need to do is I need to go for count plus plus and out dot write. I need to write visitor count is plus count. That's it. So this is what actually my output here. So this must be a visitor count, must be a bold one. Here I can specify bold. Alright, so here in this one, what happens? I'm having a variable int count, and that variable will be initialized in init method. So as we know, the init method is called whenever the servlet executes. So it will be called only once for the servlet. So the count is initialized to 0. And here, so for each request, the process request will be called. So for each time what happens, the count will be incremented and it will be displayed with the number of counts. So either it is a do post or do get method executes, the process request will be executed, the count will be incremented automatically. So we can see the output of this one first over the execution. So we need to click on this one, head counter. So this visitor count is supposed to be 1 right now. So here I will refresh this one, it goes to 2, and refresh it again at 3, 4, 5. So each time you will refresh, what happens, you will be having a new value. So if you close this application and run it again, it means I am close that browser and running this browser once again. Go for the hit counter. So it is supposed to be 11 here and 13, 14, 15, and I still again I'll close this one. So better than this method is, so we need to store this count variable, means the value of this count variable, into the database. So whenever the servlet has been loaded, the init method will be called. So within the init method we need to obtain the data, means the number of counts which are available in the count field or count column of the database, and that count will be incremented for each request in process request, and then during the exiting of the servlet, so the destroy method will be called, as you know already. So life cycle of a servlet, so destroy method will be called during the exit of the servlet. So we need to call that, we need to update the database count with the new value. So whatever the value that was acquired by this count variable will be updated in the destroy method during the exit of servlet, and that count will be updated with a last value, and then during again loading of the servlet you will be getting a new value in the init method by calling the database. So this is one of the fine way of creating a visitors count.